I am your girl, Reverend Dr. Najuma, and I'm going live tonight here on my YouTube channel because it was my intention all day to share with you part two of our series on the gift of grief. And I wasn't able to do so, but I did not want the first of the year to end without coming on live with you all. So, hey everybody, this is your girl, Dr. Najuma, and welcome to our Wake Up and Win live channel. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Listen, I am super excited for 2025. I'm super excited for 2025. I'm excited for all that's going to happen for you, all that's going to happen for me, all that's going to happen for each other. So listen, here's the thing. I have been using this channel for the last year or so to talk about moving through the process of grief. And here's what I know to be true, that you can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. You can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. And that's really what this platform is all about. It's encouraging us through the use of stories and just sharing my personal journey, plus things that I'm learning, tools and tips to remind us all that we can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again. Now, last week I started a series on the gift of grief. Well, right around Christmas time, because we were all about gifting and gifts. And I wanted to share that there is a gift in the grief or the grieving process. Our first session, our first installment on this was talking about that how grief opened up an opportunity for connection, right? And that through the grief process, through the grieving journey, new connections were made, but also the importance of human connection. Anytime we're going through any kind of major loss, we need human connection. So, but for tonight, the purpose of tonight, to talk about the gift of grief part two, the gift of grief part two, I want to share with you all that the gift of grief part two, I want to lean into the word gratitude, the word gratitude. One of the things that has emerged for me in this process of going through grief after the loss of my son, my oldest son, Daniel, his life was taken in 2018. And I will say that this journey through the grieving process as a mother has been extremely excruciating, extremely painful, very, very hard. Lots of learnings about myself, about people, and even my relationship with God. But here's something I will also add, that going through this grieving process, this grieving journey, has also developed in me a new attitude around gratitude, a new attitude around gratitude. And here is what I want to share. When you go through a major loss, if we're able to process through the healing journey properly, or I shouldn't say properly, but through the healthily, in a healthy manner, going through the grieving process, one of the outcomes of going through the grieving process, through the grieving journey, is is recognizing that there's still so much to be grateful for, that there is still so much to be grateful for, that there is still so much to be grateful for. And so in this series on the gift of grief part two, what I want to offer to everyone is that gratitude is a really good medicine while you're going through the process of grieving, or we're going through the process of grieving. And that is this, is that we begin to oh, thank you for your comments, I appreciate it. Well, some of them at least. But what I want to share is that in the grieving process or in the grieving journey, one of the things that's emerged for me, as I was saying, is the attitude of gratitude, because you do find, you're absolutely right. He is Lord Jesus Christ all day long. What you find out, when you come to discover, what you come to learn, what you come to realize, is that there is still so much to be grateful for. There is still so much to be grateful for. And one of the things that has helped me in my grieving process and in my grieving journey, again, I share for those that did not hear me earlier, my oldest son, his life was taken in 2018. And so in the grieving process, in the grieving journey, one of the gifts that I have unpacked and discovered in the grieving process, in the grieving journey, is gratitude. Gratitude for what still is, gratitude for what is, gratitude for what can be, gratitude for what is coming, gratitude for what will be, gratitude for what was. It has been gratitude that has been a wonderful gift to unwrap and unpack in this season, excuse me, as a mother going through the grieving process and the grieving journey. And so, part of what I want to share when we talk about the gift of grief, the gift of grief is discovering a gratitude, a rediscovery of gratitude. And again, this is not to say it's going to be the same for everyone. I'm sharing my grief journey in hopes that maybe this might help somebody listening, somebody watching. That one of the gifts that I discovered and have been able to unpack and still unpacking greatly is the attitude of gratitude, is the gift of gratitude. And what gratitude has done for me is to help me center not just on the pain, not just on the sorrow, not just on the difficulty, but hone in on what has been, what is, and what will be. And listen, if this is not your kind of content, log off. Just log off and we won't miss you at all. If this is not your kind of content, we welcome you to log off, harass somebody else, and have a blessed and beautiful and prosperous new year. But for those who do care and those who have gone through a major loss, are looking to recover, restore, rebuild, and get back out there and win again, we talk about the gift of grief. And one of the things we discover in the journey, in the process, is a gift called gratitude. Is a gift called gratitude. And by leaning into gratitude, gratitude for what was, gratitude for what is, and even gratitude for what will be. The gratitude, because gratitude is not based upon things being what we want them to be. It is a realization of how the way things are, and really understanding that we still have so much to be grateful for. And so, yes, losing my son was devastating, changed my whole world. But my total life is not just that one loss. My total life includes my children, my other children, my grandchildren, my networks, my community. And for all of us, whatever the loss has been, whatever the challenge has been, whatever the issue has been, whatever the circumstance has been, I want to invite you to consider the gift of gratitude. To consider, what does it look like to be grateful for what has been, even the difficult times? What does it look like to be grateful for what is? Listen, there's nothing I can do to bring my son back, but I can be grateful for what I have right now, for what is right now, that I have a healthy mind, a strong body, that I have family, that I do have 2 more children, and I do have grandchildren, that I do have so much love that surrounds me day to day. So gratitude for that, and then gratitude for the future, because I still do believe that God has more in store for me. I do believe that greater is coming. I do believe that better is on the way. I do believe that abundance is my birthright. I do believe that the love of God is still available for all. And so I want to offer it today on this Winter's Wednesday. And we are looking at the topic, part 2 of our conversation around the gift of grief. I want to invite you to unwrap the gift called gratitude. And it doesn't negate, it doesn't do away with any of your past experiences. It's just a different way of thinking and a new way of being. And I want to invite you. To come on. And if you're having a hard time with gratitude, ask God in prayer. Ask your community to pray with you. Ask the people in your life that have a religious practice, that have a prayer life that you are at least in knowledge of. Yes, have them to keep you in prayer. Thank you for joining us on our devotion. I know it's later than normal. Normally I do these devotions way early in the day, but today again, it's been one of those roller coaster rides. We're trying to figure some things out. But we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad place. We out, y'all. Peace.